Morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for watching. So this is a continuation of the real estate study guide for anyone that is taking or getting ready to take the real estate test. Hopefully this will help you. If you keep reviewing this test and reviewing these quizzes, tests, terms and technology, this should help you with the test. I'm going to take my camera off and you can take snapshots. You can send me, contact me. I'll leave my contact information below and try and get some of the resources for free that will help you. So anyway, we're doing this together because I'm studying as well. So here we go. All right, today we're going to talk about the types of real estate ownership. That's our unit for the day. Okay. I don't know what just happened there, but anyway, let's go back up to here. All right, our legal system gives us many ways to own and possess real estate. Possession is one of the rights of ownership, but it could also be a right of leasehold estate. And I do know that there is going to be a lot of questions about the differences on these ownerships, so you may need to review this video several times. When you rent an apartment as a leasehold estate. This unit will help you develop a clear understanding of the forms of ownership. We will find out freehold versus leasehold estates. Okay, an estate means ownership or interest in a property. The ownership is a freehold estate. For real estate can be owned in many ways. It can be co-ownership, joint tenancy, tenancy in common, and we will discuss the most common forms. Possession is one of the rights in the bundle of ownership, but it is not ownership. A person can possess property but not own it. Tenants do this all the time. So the right of possession without ownership is called a leasehold, and it's also a leased fee. So that should make sense if you ever rented, you had a lease, so you'll understand that. Don't worry if these terms are unfamiliar to you. We're going to review them and help you in this lesson. All right, let's go and look at our resource here. So we got the difference between a freehold and a leasehold. They got fee simple, which is like 20 of them down here. And they got fee simple, defeasible, fee simple, determinable, fee on condition. Okay, we got our life estate, life tenant. A life tenant is responsible for the property maintenance and repairs. A life estate is an estate that includes ownership, possession, or control over somebody's lifetime. The freehold estate refers to the ownership and provides home ownership for an undetermined length of time. Okay, the lease, like we said before, is a limited time, and you think of that as rent, okay? All right, so these other ones, we'll see if they come up. You can also request a copy of this if you need to, or just take a screenshot if you want to. I'll leave it up here for a bit. Fee on condition is another type of fee simple that is also inheritable, but the words "but if" appear in the deed. So these are all pretty complicated. Some of these are complicated, and you might not even need to know those for the test. The main ones you might probably need to know are freehold, leasehold, and fee simple. Fee simple is pretty common. You'll put this on a listing. If you see this on a listing, you'll know what that means. It means that anyone can own the property or inherit the property, and it's pretty common. You purchased a colonial home 8 years ago using a traditional 30 fixed conventional loan. This would be a freehold estate. You signed a 2-year agreement to rent office space. That would be lease. So these are pretty easy right here. Okay. It is the most complete form of ownership and the entire bundle of rights. This is the absolute freehold estate. And I want to say, yes, true. The owner's heirs may inherit the property. I would say true on that. Let's see if we're correct. We're correct on both of those if you want to take a screenshot. A fee simple ownership is an inheritable property that retains the entire bundle of rights. Property possessed for someone's lifetime would be, I'm not sure. Let's look at the other ones. Tom Jr. can keep the property his parents transferred to him as long as he remained unmarried. So that would be a condition that he has to stay unmarried. Tom Jr. can own the property his parents transferred, but if he develops the land, his ownership will end. Oh, so that might be determinable, and this one might be life estate. Let's see if we're right. We are wrong. A life estate refers to the length of possession of the property. Okay, so property possessed for a lifetime is life estate. Okay, Tom Jr. can keep the property his parents transferred to him as long as he remains unmarried. I guess that would be fee simple, determinable. Because we don't know if he's going to get married. He may fall in love. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, someone's lifetime is life estate as long as he remains unmarried. It's determinable. Tom Jr. can own the property, but if he develops the land, his ownership will end. Fee on condition. Okay. All right, we're going to go on to leasehold examples next. Leasehold estate terminology next. Build the story using the following terms. Okay. Sarah's ready to sign a lease on a new place. There are several types of leases out there. She could sign a lease for 12 months, establishing an estate for years. I don't know the answer to this. Okay, let's see. Estate for years. I'm guessing. She could sign a lease for a period of 12 months, at the end of which the lease is renewed. This is a periodic estate. Or she can establish a blank by signing a lease for an unspecific time, which with the stipulation that she or the landlord may terminate the lease by giving notice to the other. Okay, I think I'm going to put my resources up here in a minute. At the end of all this, she could just refuse to leave the property when her lease terminates, creating a estate at suffrage. Now I have a feeling half of these are wrong, so let's check them. Oh my God, did I get them all right? Wow. Oh my goodness, that is shocking. Okay. All right, so sign up a lease for a period of 12 months, established as an estate for years. A period of 12 months, which the lease could be renewed, is a periodic estate. Estate at will for an unspecific period of time. And estate at suffrage is when the lease terminates. All right, I'm going to let you take a screenshot of that if you need to. All right, life estate terms. With these, someone's lifetime controls the duration of ownership or possession. Sarah inherited Hank's estate but failed to pay the property taxes on the condo, causing her eventual loss of the condo. Okay, I have no idea. Let's see. Failed to pay the property tax, causing eventual loss of the condo. We are focusing on remainder man. Okay, I'm actually looking over here. Remainder man. Remainder man is a life estate with remainder interests referring to remainder man named by the owner when forming the estate upon the death of the life attendant. So an elementary school will receive title to 20 acres of land upon death of the life attendant. So this is probably the remainder man because there's a death involved of the life attendant. So this one we'll pick. Sarah inherited Hank's estate but failed to pay the property tax on the condo, causing her eventual loss of the condo. I want to say that would be an act of waste because it's an abuse of the property by a person who holds interest through the life estate. What is revisionary interest? Let's see if we can find that. It's reversionary interest, a life estate in which the property title reverts to the owner upon death. So I think this one up here, failing to pay the property tax, would be an act of waste. Papa conveyed 20 acres of land to Teddy Jr. for life. Upon Teddy's death, the land will go back to Papa. It's a reversionary interest. And we did pass it, but I had to look at the resources. Okay, so if you want to take a picture or anything, I know this is not the clearest version. I don't know how this is going to come out on YouTube. Hopefully everybody will be able to see everything. If not, just contact me and I'll try and give you some resources. Okay. Dower and curtsy. Okay, dower and curtsy. Okay, we got some flashcards we can go through too. So this will be a little bit longer than my normal ones. Dower and curtsy are two types of life estates rarely recognized in their original form in the U.S. But suppose Carolyn and Cooper have a life estate in place for their dairy farm and live in a state in which dower and curtsy are recognized. Okay, we've included a set of flashcards to help you study these terms. Well, that's good. We'll go through some of these flashcards. Hopefully everybody will be able to see the flashcards on the video. Okay, let's see if we can find these terms. Here we are. Dower is a form of life estate that refers to the wife's interest in the real estate owned by her deceased husband. Dower is not recognized in all states, so you have to check your specific state. Curtsy is a form of legal estate that refers to a husband's interest. Okay, so one is for the woman and one is for the man, and they may or may not be recognized in your state, so you would have to check that. All right, so how are we going to remember this? Okay, the D is for the wife. I don't know. C is for the husband's interest. So I don't know how we're going to remember that. There's got to be some way of remembering that. Dower, wife, curtsy, husband. We do a curtsy for our husband, and the husband does a dower for us as a woman. I don't know. Let's try and remember it that way. The wife does a curtsy to her husband. Okay. So that way we can remember it's for the husband. Upon Carolyn's death, the Cooper, the husband, will take full ownership. So Carolyn is doing a curtsy for her husband Cooper. And up here, Cooper's death, the wife will take ownership. Okay. Dower house or dowager duchess and Bridget. Okay, let's see. Ever heard the terms dower house or dowager duchess? I have not, but this says it's in British period novels or shows. So now you know where those terms come from. So if you're in Britain and you're watching this, maybe you know what they're talking about. Okay, I want to go back. Can we go back? I want to go back and I want to do those. I want to do those flashcards. Oops. Did we do that already? No, we did not. I don't know where we're at here. No. That's for the next one, by the way. That's for our next video. So if you're interested in that, then that'll be on the next video. Okay, I wanted to do the flashcards. Here we go. All right, I'm hoping everybody can see these on this video. Open a new tab. All right, let's do that. Let's open these in a new tab. I'm going to leave these up for a second, and that way if you're studying. Okay, what is abuse of a property by a person who holds possession through a life estate? And I have no clue what the answer is. We're going to click on it and play it. It's an act of waste. An inheritable estate. What is an inheritable estate? Fee simple. Most common. Provides the most complete form of ownership and bundle of rights in real property. Now, these are things that will probably be on the test, so feel free to keep watching the video over and over again. And, whoops, we didn't click on this. Let's see what's this. Fee simple absolute. That's the answer on that one. Okay, here's the next one. An inheritable freehold estate that is defeasible. And if we don't know what grantor is, but it says the grantor can terminate the title. For example, a parent could transfer property to a child as long as the child remain unmarried. That means there's like a condition or something on it. Qualified fee is what that's called. Ownership, possession, and control for someone's lifetime is life estates. Okay, ownership for an undetermined length of time. An example is home ownership. Freehold estates. And I might do this as a separate video as well because this one's getting kind of long. An estate for a limited time. Example, renting or leasing. Leasehold estates. An estate for a specific time. Example, days, month, and year. And I think I'm going to cut this video off. So we're going to do a separate video on these flashcards because this is getting kind of lengthy. So if you are still with me, you can just tune into the next video and we will just do flashcards because this is kind of long. This is only 8 out of 19 flashcards. So thank you all for joining me. See you in the next video.